Greetings, comic fans, and welcome to another episode of Uncle Jay's Comic Adventure. This is another one of those super exciting unboxing days. I can't wait to get these books open. These are all books from the 1960s. They've been gone for a very, very long time to CGC. They're all Marvel with the exception of one book, and just really enjoy the older books like this. I like some of the newer stuff too, but these are some of my favorite books, and I can't wait to share them. Let's take a look. First, one of my favorite covers from my favorite character by one of my favorite Spidey artists as well. So we're talking about John Romita's rendition of Spidey on the front of Amazing Spider-Man number 50, the first appearance of the Kingpin. It's incomplete, it's a 0.5 because it's missing the centerfold, but it's a beautiful book. It really displays well, and I'm just tickled to have another copy of this book. I have several and looking to get more. I think it's a great investment. Also, this one right here, this book is really popular these days. It's the first appearance of him, or as we know the character, most of us from Marvel continuity, the first appearance of Adam Warlock, who's coming to Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm told, very, very soon. Nice looking book. A little bit of tape. It's been read. It's been well read and well enjoyed, as well it should be. But it's a beautiful book. Have another copy of that one. I did not realize, if memory serves, that this one was missing the centerfold when I sent it in, but that's okay. It's a great presenting book. It's a 0.5. It really looks great. As you can see, I like the presentation on this one a lot more than the previous copy. Would be just a great addition to any comic wall. And, you know, at a 0.5, that's just a really nice, affordable entry point. Another one of my favorite Spidey books, The Sinister Six did not show up in the recent movie as many of us thought that they were going to, but still, it's just a great book to have. Really enjoyed the cover, the classic Ditko look for Spider-Man, which I am super fond of as well. In a 2.0, the first appearance of the Sinister Six from 1964. And it's the second, third appearance of a lot of the major villains that Spidey still faces as well. Moving from one great book to another, and this is the lone DC book. I do like some DC stuff. I just don't have as many in the collection, but I do enjoy some DC books, especially the Batman stuff and the older Superman stuff. But looking right here, really enjoy this cover, enjoy the character. I used to watch Batman, the animated series, and Poison Ivy was just awesome in that series. What an awesome book to have. This is Batman number 181, and of course it's a 0.5 as well, low grade, because it's missing the centerfold and 7th wrap. But it looks great, and I would love to see this up on the wall. Batman 181, the first appearance of Poison Ivy. Okay, another awesome Marvel classic. I'm also a huge X-Men fan, and this is the first appearance of many of the X-Men that we know today. Giant Size X-Men number 1, which came out in 1975. Just a beautiful book. Love that cover. We have cream to off-white pages. This particular book doesn't show. I'd have to look at the notes. I don't see any tape on it, but there might be. Of course, we're talking about the first appearance of Colossus, the first appearance of Storm, Nightcrawler. Just an incredible book, and also the second full appearance of Wolverine. Giant Size X-Men number 1. Next, as many of you know, I'm looking to put together a complete run of Sergeant Fury and his Howlin' Commandos, which is the debut series of Nick Fury. Before he was an agent, he was in the Army. And this is the first issue of that run. I was really, really disappointed, and I'm going to have to call them. We have what looks to be a crack in the case right here. Something, it seems to be on the inside. I don't think anything is damaged, but that shouldn't have, in my opinion, slipped through quality control. That should have been remedied from the start, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to call them about this one. But again, this is a nice book to have. This is the first issue of the run. It's also the first appearance of Nick Fury in a 1.5. Next, a much nicer copy of Amazing Spider-Man number 50. I would not necessarily say this one presents nicer, it's just that it's complete, which is always desirable from a collector's standpoint. I like to think that the books could be read. I enjoy my comic books, sometimes going through them, flipping through them. I've read many, many comic books over the years, and I just like the idea that you're able to open these up if you wanted to someday and go through them again and read the story. So this is a great copy to have. Again, 1.5, first appearance of the Kingpin from 1967. Another major Spidey first appearance. Kind of a low-grade copy. It's got some tape. It is missing one page, page 16, but it's a cool book. We're talking about the first appearance of the Scorpion. Really enjoy that cover. I'm a big fan of green. Green's my favorite color. I enjoy green covers. There's not that many great green covers. Unless you're into Hulk, like I am, then there's lots of green covers. But nonetheless, I really enjoy this book. I've had several copies. I have a couple right now that are 0.5. Would like to kind of move that up just a little bit, maybe a 3-ish, 4 would be great. And I'm open to the green label one as well, if it presented really, really well. Same thing holds for this book right here. Just an awesome one to have. I've owned this book, I think, once before, but I haven't had many copies of this one. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 6, the first appearance of the Lizard. Personally, I enjoy that villain a lot, and I really liked, although I'm a Tobey Maguire fan, I really enjoyed the way that Dr. Connors and the Lizard were portrayed in the first Amazing Spider-Man movie. I thought they did a great job with that portion of the movie. First appearance of the Lizard from 1963. Next, we have another awesome Spider-Man key. This is number 4, the first appearance of the Sandman from 1963. This one's in a little better shape. This is a 2.0. Presents possibly a little better, but the real point is it's complete. Again, the first appearance of the Sandman. Not a bad cover. It's not my favorite Ditko cover. I'm actually a big fan of number 18. I really enjoy number 17 as well. I enjoy the cover for number 2. Fantastic Four number 67, another copy. This one is in a 3.0 as well, just like the other one. Presents well. Again, first appearance of Adam Warlock. And finally, last but not least, another copy of Fantastic Four number 67, the first appearance of Adam Warlock. Again, a 3.0. These present pretty well. Obviously, with a white cover, it's almost always the case that I find when you get into older books that the white covers have browned, yellowed just a little bit. The paper tends to turn, especially the older books, because they used cheap paper. But just super glad to have them. These are awesome books. Thank you so much for sharing this experience with me. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button and subscribe so you can see more of this content. And again, thanks for tuning in. Find me on Instagram if you'd like. I'd love to talk with you on Instagram. And most of all, tune in for the next episode of Uncle Jay's Comic Adventure.